But let's raise a conversation with the NPP now on this particular matter. Last week, there was a presser by the minority indicating of this particular suspension. We have the Deputy General Secretary of the NPP joining us now for a conversation on this matter. Good afternoon. Many thanks for your time today.
Good afternoon.
I want to believe this is not a decision the NPP is happy with, given the commentary we are seeing even from your communications director. But what is your position on this?
Thank you very much. Good afternoon to your cherished viewers, and good afternoon to you and your station. Well, this is not a good news, but this is not also new. We knew this information right from yesterday when Agyabeng posted on his Facebook wall that it is going to happen, and it will happen tomorrow, meaning that the decision was already taken, and he was informing us that the Chief Justice will be suspended. Lo and behold, the NPP is not surprised with what is happening today. This is a president who had promised that he would have over 30% of women in his appointment, which he has not been able to achieve. And today, he's on a spree of sending women of substance, women who have been very competent in the discharge of their duty. And the most unfortunate thing is getting into the realms of the judiciary.
Haruna,
I don't think that this is something that is good for us.
Haruna
The
Mohammed,
very few women who have distinguished themselves are the women that have been chased out today. What we can say is that we wish the process well.
Haruna Mohammed, there is a process ongoing which has been stipulated by our constitution, and the president is following through with that particular constitution and what it dictates. Now, if you look at our history as a republic, this is not the first time we are seeing something like this happen to CJ, but this is the only time we are seeing a Chief Justice being given a fair hearing. If you remember in 1962, Sir Kobina Akukosa, he didn't get the opportunity of a hearing and he was removed from office by Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. But now the CJ is being given a fair hearing. Wouldn't you then say the president is being fair to the CJ to come and defend herself, even in respect of the matters that have been raised against her?
You are talking about 1969 or 1960 what? 1962.
1963.
We are talking about the Fourth Republic.
But you passed the verdict on the president that he's not allowing women of substance to do. He's having a precedent that is not fair to our nation. That is not
the
good.
President, when he went to the bar conference for the NDC, they had a conference for lawyers for NDC.
But
he made statements at those particular conferences.
And I'm saying that the president,
make sure that if you allow me to make my point.
Yeah, I'll let you land. But then the president as well is following through with process. You mentioned the Fourth Republic, and we are guided by the 1992 Constitution. And it says that the president, in consultation with the Council of State, will set up a 5-member committee where it's made up of 2 justices of the Supreme Court upon which...
Did I dispute the process?
You said that the president is not allowing a woman of substance. You are...
Because he's going to sack a woman. I'm telling you, women...
He has not sacked the woman. He has submitted her to the process that our constitution stipulates.
It is clear. It is clear to all of us, and you yourself, you know it.
I don't know. I know what the Constitution says.
I am saying that the NDC has made this point publicly that they will start the Chief Justice. They have started the process. I'm not going to stick to the process. I'm sticking to the rationale and intent of the NDC in opposition.
Haruna Mohammed. So if I take it then from you that you do not trust.
Allow me to make my point. If you want to make your point, you make it. You are the host, so you can make your point.
But we cannot allow you to peddle falsehood as well, can we?
Well, maybe you don't want me to contribute.
It looks like you as well are not interested in the subject matter of the conversation, so we are sorry we may have to let you go. But then the truth of the matter is that, and we want...
You are speaking for the NDP, and you don't want me to speak as an NPP member. So probably you are not happy with the conversation, and because it is affecting where your interest is, and you don't want me to make my point.
No one is preventing you from making your point. We are just putting out what the facts of the case are.
You don't interject me. I am making my point. I am not something that I don't.
Please go on. Please go on with your point. Proceed and land on your point.
I am saying that what is happening to the Chief Justice today, it is a prepared plan from opposition of the NDP. The president had the opportunity to meet NDP lawyers and complain why their lawyers have not been called to the justice system. And when they come to power, they will ensure that they will put their members in there. We have several states that is accounting to this. Yesterday, Agyabeng wrote on his wall that it is going to happen tomorrow. And today, that is what is happening. The president has also promised us that he's going to have over 30% of women in his government. That did not happen. We have very few women who have been given opportunity to set the state of Ghana. And today, this whole process that is going to hold at one of them. And that is a fact. That is why I'm saying that the NDP can continue on that trajectory, but they are setting a very bad precedent for us. And I'm telling you on record that they are turning the judiciary into a political football, and that will come back to haunt the NDP in the future.
If I'm to take from what you're saying, then do you not have any trust in the process that the CJ has been subjected to? I mean, do you think she might have done something, and you think she would be removed eventually?
I'm not privy to the 3 petitions. I am not privy to the Chief Justice response. I am not privy to what they have. What I am privy is what is in the public opinion, where they have said, the NDC have said that they will sack the Chief Justice. When they were in opposition, they have said it, that they have the opportunity, they will sack the Chief Justice. He went to the president himself, candidate Muhammad Aden, went to the NDC lawyers conference and made a point of bringing their people into the justice system. Today, they have started a process, and today, those particular processes were leaking at some point in time. And then the referral was made to the Chief Justice. When the Chief Justice made a response to the president, that particular response never got to the public. So everybody will get to understand that this is a preparedness to get the grounds to get this woman out of that particular position. And I have that particular right to express my opinion why women are going to be hunted out of state institutions. And that is my opinion. And I believe that the NDP is executing what we have prepared in opposition. And that is fair.
Haruna Mohammed, before I let you go, I mean, these comments that you are alluding to are things that were said in the past by then candidate GHOne Mohammed. Now, even in respect of these 3 petitions that were brought against the CJ, it was subjected to the advice of the Council of State, which we believe are people there who have. There is a reason why we call them the Council of State. Do you not even trust their judgment on this, recommending the prima facie case that have been established?
The Council of State elections, you saw what happened in Kumasi. Hoodlums in the NDP were holding cattle, machetes, and guns, and they had to change venues of the election. Go and check the people that have been elected to serve in the Council of State. I am not going to speak against what the Council of State has done, but everybody knows in this country the state of which Council of State elections have been. I am very much aware that we should be able to channel a particular decision to be able to change the way Council of State elections and the way they are appointed. Council of State members must not be conterminous with the president's tenure. We should have a real Council of State where the Council of State can stand over president and president. So once it is made that the Council of State will stay together with the president in the same line as 4 years, the Council of State decisions will always be questionable. And that is why that this is done in secrecy. Nobody knows the discussion, whether they have been consulted or not. We cannot verify this fact, but we follow the constitutional process. We leave that to the NDC. If this is the trajectory they want to go, they should continue. The Lord is watching all of us.
Haruna, I still want to look at the establishment of the matter and the statement we are seeing that says that a prima facie case has been established. You're saying that it still doesn't hold?
Legal luminaries have questioned who is supposed to establish a prima facie. In other cases of if it is not the Chief Justice, the prima facie who established the prima facie has been established. But in this particular case, legal luminaries are questioned who is supposed to establish the prima facie. In this case, we are told that the prima facie has been established. By who?
Thank you so much for speaking with us. That is the Deputy General Secretary of the New Patriotic Party. He has some reservations on this. He believes that the NDC government under the leadership of John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency, are hounding women of substance out of state institutions. That is what he is saying. But we want to also put out the information now that there has not been a guilty verdict that has been placed on the CJ. Yes, she has been suspended, but she's still the CJ. She has been given a fair trial under the process that has been stipulated by Article 146 of our 1992 Constitution, which is submitting her to the Committee of Inquiry, which is being chaired by two justices. It's being chaired by Justice Gabriel Scott Puamango, who was appointed to the Supreme Court somewhere in 2015. And so as we understand it now, the committee is going to hear her. She has the opportunity to defend herself. She has been given an opportunity of a fair trial. She would put out her responses, even though she has already written a statement in respect of the petition brought against her. She has the opportunity again to sit with her lawyers or even go herself and present her case before this committee during the inquiry. And then based on that particular process, the committee will give its recommendation whether or not the suspension should be revoked and a dismissal should continue, or even it should be revoked and her position as CJ be maintained by Obed. That is largely the conversation that we are seeing. But we want to put out that information that this is indeed the first time we have seen the suspension under the Fourth Republic when it comes to the Chief Justice. But hitherto, in 1963, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, who wasn't happy about the acquittal of some suspects in respect of a bomb attack in 1962, decided to sack CJ then Sir Kobina Akukosa without even a fair trial. Now we are under the fourth dispensation of our democracy, and we are under the 1992 Constitution, which stipulates that per the process, the CJ should be given a fair trial. And so that fair trial is what we are getting per the statement that has been put out there by the government, that she's been submitted through a process. And then would wait to see who becomes the CJ substantive and who becomes the acting CJ, or whether or not Gertrude Isaba Araba Sakitogonu leaves or stays.